Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Philadelphia Phillies. Pat Neshek will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First of 3 to start the week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game, they scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Slider, strike 3 called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Popped him up. Santana trying to get there. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Carlos Martinez gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Pulled toward right center field. Pham giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
And the pitch. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Wow, he puts a serious charge into this ball. Ends up splitting the 2 outfielders. Bangs up against the wall in right center. And he cruises into second, knowing he can't hit the ball much harder than that.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Cesar Hernandez. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Fowler at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone.
Left fielder, Aaron.
Striding into the box, Aaron Altair. And he has been, pardon the cliche, en fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over the past 8 ball games. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
And a base hit as the Phillies will strike first in this one. They lead it 1-0.
I know we sit up here and talk about it a lot. Just grabbing the momentum, trying to tack on early runs as quick as possible. It allows the pitcher to go out there, relax, attack the strike zone. It keeps everybody involved. That 2-out RBI, I know it's early, but that just gives everyone a chance to just relax and compete.
Into the box now, Carlos Santana. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race. First pitch on its way. Popped up. Jerko has a play, and that retires the side. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 1 and the Cardinals nothing. So that brings in the power hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, D-Row, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Pereira is there, and he has it for the first out.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's focus on third baseman Maikel Franco. I think what gets lost in the shuffle, we get it, offensive force. But he doesn't get enough credit for the way he handles the hot corner. The ability to pick it backhand and come up firing.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. Here's the first pitch to him. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Hard hit ball to second. And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that one stayed up a little high. His career numbers against Pat Neshek, he's 2 for 4. Hit back toward the mound. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
He's been cold. Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something good.
Here's Jed Jerko now, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. 0-1 the count. A shot down the first baseline, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Pereira's there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 8th, the catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Williams is under it, and that's the 3rd out. Cards strand a couple. It remains 1-0. Stepping up now, Maikel Franco. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
Third baseman, Maikel Franco.
First offering on its way. Now this is chopped foul at home plate. It's 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
At the plate, Jorge Alfaro. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
You know what, Matty? I don't see it ending anytime soon. We got to take a look at the upcoming matchups, but this guy is absolutely locked in the plate, and I don't think anybody gets him to lose his toehold right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first. Do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
Liner toward right center, and he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Pat Neshek.
In now, Pat Neshek, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Fouled away. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Fowler is there. Let's see if they try it. And he might have thought about it at third, but with 1 away, decides not to risk it.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's focus on outfielder Dexter Fowler, a former World Series champ, an igniter on offense that can hit anywhere in the order and can handle himself in the middle of the diamond in center field, that premium position where you need him to be the captain. Dexter definitely fits that role.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
The 1-0. Popped him up. DeYoung onto the grass, and he makes the catch for the second out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Up next will be Nick Williams, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Wong is there. Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends the inning. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. We've played 2 full. It's the Phillies 2 and the Cardinals nothing. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Carlos Martinez, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
In there, strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Swung underneath that pitch, so he was either trying to elevate the ball or he was expecting a pitch to be a sinker and drop more than it did.
This is skied into short left center. Altair moving in. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. Digging in to try it again, Colton Wong. He went down looking to open up the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. That's lifted the other way out to left. Altair moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3 hole hitter lead that next inning off.
The 1-1 home. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. One-two pitch coming to Fowler. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what, and this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
From the stretch. And that one right down Main Street.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
Right side hit hard, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's a base hit on the line. And he's in safely at third, as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Well, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Cards forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Phillies lead it 2-1. Digging in, Cesar Hernandez. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Second baseman, Saison.
First pitch on its way. Chance here for the second baseman, Wong. And that's out number one.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Now at the plate, Aaron Altair looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is flared right back over the mound. Knee high, he barehands it. It's there. He got him.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
So now Carlos Santana. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Bouncer up the middle. On to first, and can you believe it? A three-pitch inning, and just like that, the side is retired. Phillies down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Digging in for his second at-bat, Marcell Ozuna. He singled his last time up.
Number 23, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Ozuna has just over 100 career home runs to his credit. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And whoa, you see the big number. How about 99 for a top speed? Not too many guys around the league can match that. Ready for another chance? Jed Jerko comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Sliders in for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Herrera on the run, but it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're down 2-1. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Michael Franco gets set to start out the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a fastball is swung on and tipped foul right near home plate. It's strike 1. Popped him up. Carpenter waits on it. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
At the plate, Jorge Alfaro 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. Pham is there. 2 gone.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
So stepping in as Drupal Cabrera. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep. 1 through 9, they could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Stepping in now, Pat Neshek. And he pops him up back behind second base. DeYoung is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Phillies 2 and the Cardinals 1. Standing in, Carlos Martinez. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Number 18, Carlos Martinez.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Williams has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
Second baseman, number 16, Colton Wong.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball 1. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone. A solo home run there for Dexter Fowler. 8th home run on the season for him. And with it, the Cardinals have come back to even things at 2. Standing in now, Tommy Pham. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. And Santana will put the squeeze on this one, and the inning is over. But the Cards are able to tie things up on this solo home run. Middle of the night here in Pennsylvania, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Odubel Herrera.
Here comes the first pitch. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Up next will be Nick Williams. First pitch of the at-bat. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Line to the right side. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Up around the face. The 1-0 delivery. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The left fielder, number 23, Aaron Altair.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Aaron Altair, a hit and 2 tries for him so far. He's set and the pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Wong over to his right. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So that brings in the power hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Here's a high pop up. Franco is there for it. 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. And gone up into the second deck. Solo shot to right center. Number 10 for him on the year. And it's given the Cardinals a 3-2 lead.
I don't care if you throw sidearm or what kind of arm slot you have. When you serve one up like that, these hitters will make you pay just about every single time.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate. 0-2. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt.
Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo shot here to left. Number 10 for him on the year. And it gives the Cardinals a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, we were just talking about the last home run possibly being a sign that he was running out of gas, and now he serves up another. I just don't think he's got the same sharpness or command on his pitches that he had earlier, and they're making him pay for it.
Here's Jed Jerko now.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The pitch.
Jumps off the page at me. He's found that power chord. Hit some huge homers for the Cards.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Oh, could it be 3 in a row? Ranging back is Herrera to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 4, catcher Yadier Molina.
Into the box now, Yadier Molina. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Phillies 2. Here's Carlos Santana now. He'll lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gone! Oye, como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana. 19th home run for him on the season as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup, so a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Into the box now, Michael Franco. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. Jerko gets dirty. He's out.
Great reactions on that one, and a good job to get down on the ground in time to smother it. Still had to get up and make a throw, and of course, he did that too.
In now, Jorge Alfaro.
As he'll swing and pop this one up near second base.
Under it is Wong, and there are 2 away now.
The shortstop, number 13, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Digging in, Asdrubal Cabrera. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air out to left field. Ozuna is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Phils do get one back on the solo. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. And he popped him up. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
And it's fouled away.
He's not going to be happy with the execution of that pitch at all. I wouldn't be shocked if it's time for the catcher to go out and talk to him. Get him to bend his back and drive the ball down in the zone a little bit more.
Another 0-2 coming. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Here's Dexter Fowler now.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
He makes a nice running catch in the deep part of the yard.
Center field number 20, Tommy Pham.
Into the box, Tommy Pham. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Grounded back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that into memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. And with 2 men on here, I'm rather surprised they're sticking with him at this point. I feel like we can all see the exhaustion from all the way up here.
Yeah, I think it's time to go get him, Matt. We're seeing a guy that's given all that he has, and I just don't see any sharpness left.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and to make sure pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo, tying the game up. That's not the case now.
And that's in there for a strike. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly. St. Louis is out in front, 5-3. Rhys Hoskins is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pham moves over. 1 out.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line to the right side. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Williams.
Now to the plate, Nick Williams. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. He's set. Here it comes. Fouled away. Herrera stands at first with 1 out. Just got a piece to the right side. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Two balls, two strikes to Nick Williams.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
The 2-2. Grounded up the first baseline. One there. On to Carpenter. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. One hit's all they get. Eighth inning coming up. Cards lead it 5-3. Hector Neris has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 50, Hector Neris.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. His career numbers against Hector Neris. He's really struggled. 1 for 15.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen, if you're going to throw that changeup, you have to.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the game, and it's now 6-3. Here's Jed Jerko now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage.
On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. 0-1 the count to Molina. Behind 0-2 now. Six runs, double the amount of hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Heading out towards shallow right. Williams is over just a few steps to his left as he takes it for out number two. So here now is the pitcher, Carlos Martinez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. But the Cards add on just a bit, courtesy of this solo home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Phillies 3. John Brebbia is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 60.
Stepping into the box, Cesar Hernandez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
So striding in, Aaron Altair. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
On the ground is short. This could be two. DeYoung fields it cleanly. There's one. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. So it's a two-run shot to right center. And this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
Third baseman, number 7, Michael Franco.
Into the box, Michael Franco. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Jorge Alfaro.
Andrew Knapp come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 15, Andrew Knapp.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ozuna is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The shortstop, number 13, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Digging in the switch hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air out to center field. Pham sprinting after it. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this two-run home run. On to the ninth inning now from Citizens Bank Park. It's tightened up a bit at 6-5 now. Andrew Knapp will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 15, Andrew Knapp.
Here's Colton Wong now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Second baseman.
First pitch on its way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. On the ground is short. Could this be two? On to first, a double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Digging in and looking for more, Tommy Pham. His career numbers against Hector Neris. He's 2 for 3. He's taken him deep once. 2 out, nobody on. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot that time for Tommy Pham, number 10 for him on the year, and they take a 7-5 lead. Stepping in now, Paul DeYoung. Strike one to start the at-bat. Hard liner toward short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. One for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. Last chance coming up for the... Luke Gregerson comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Luke Gregerson.
Wilson Ramos will be summoned to pinch hit here to start the bottom of the ninth. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Comes in here right at 260. 8 home runs and 28 RBIs. Grounder down the line at third. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Odubel Herrera. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. The second for one on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Oh man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
Up next will be Nick Williams, as he drives a liner to right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, the pitcher gives up the double. He can't do anything about that now. He just needs to put it behind him and focus on the man at the plate. If he takes care of him, the game is over. On the other hand, if he gives up a bomb, this thing is tied. It's getting a little dicey.
Now at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Williams stands at second with 2 gone. Missed with a slider.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Wong has it. Throw to first to be in time to record the final out. And the Cardinals have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the